Well, that's so funny and adorable. Oh, hello friends. I was amusing myself by watching some cat videos on the internet. Aren't cats funny and cute? But they are not limited to doing crazy stuff as we always seen them doing. What if I told you that cats are blessed with amazing superpowers and are natural daredevils? Don't believe me? So let us learn about these furry little pets we call cats.
Zoom in!
Cats are one of the most common pets usually found in every home, and they belong to the Felidae family that include lions, tigers, jaguars, panthers, cheetahs, etc. Records show that there are over 500 million domestic cats in the world. Well, I'm not at all surprised with that. After all, they are so cute and lovable. But don't get deceived by their innocent appearances, because just like their wild relatives, domestic cats are carnivorous and natural hunters. They use their razor-sharp claws and teeth to stalk prey and hunt them. You might often see them chasing mice. They have a brilliant night vision, enabling them to look at light levels 6 times lower than what humans can see. Another crucial gadget cats are armed with are their whiskers. Whiskers are thicker and more deeply rooted than your cat's normal hair and serve several purposes. Because whiskers are rich in nerve endings, they are essential sensory tools that work like a radar. Cats use their whiskers to detect food, changes in airflow, identify the exact location of an object of prey, etc. Here is some mind-boggling information about cats' ability to land on their feet despite falling from a specific height like nothing ever happened. And here's the weird part. Research states that cats falling from higher heights, let's say around 30th story, has a better survival rate than the unfortunate ones falling from a lower height, between 5 to 7 stories. But how's it possible? The speculation behind it is this. As the cat falls, it stiffens up. It takes a drop of around 7 stories for the cat to reach its terminal velocity of approximately 62 miles an hour. At that point, the cat stops accelerating, feels no force acting upon it and relaxes, expands its body surface area and elasticity, resulting in a better chance of survival. But still, it's better to keep your cats on floors with those windows closed. Trivia time! Do you know that a male cat is called a tom and a female cat is called a molly or queen? Cats can find their way home through a process called side traveling. It is assumed that they navigate via the angle of sunlight, or that they have magnetized brain cells that act as compasses. Wow, that's truly mind-boggling. So here we go, kids. Hope these facts will help you understand your furry little pets in a better way. Until next time, this is me zooming out. Ouch! Help! Help! Whoa! Whoa! Hey kids, I know you must be wondering why my dog is barking at such a cute teddy bear. Well, the reason behind it is dogs see things differently than humans due to their highly powerful sense of smell. Let me explain. Zoom in. You have heard the expression that dogs see with their noses. But these animals' impressive nasal architecture actually uncover a whole world beyond what you and me can see. What could appear ordinary to us could appear extraordinary to your dog, and it's due to their amazingly developed, spongy, cold and wet nose. As your dog sniffs the air, their nose's outer portion helps them to capture any smell the wind carries. Their nose also functions quite differently than ours. When we breathe in, we smell and breathe through the same airways within our nose. While dogs can set apart these two functions with the help of a small fold of tissue just inside their nose that allows them to smell and breathe separately with each nostril. This enables them to find the source of the smell and quickly determine not only what types of things are out there, but also where they are situated. For this, they possess up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to about 5 million in humans. Trivia time! Did you know that the part of a dog's brain that is devoted to analyzing smell is, proportionally speaking, 40 times greater than ours? All of this allows dogs to differentiate and retrieve an astonishing variety of particular smell at concentrations up to 100 million times less than what human noses can recognize. If you can smell a spritz of scent in a small room, a dog would have no trouble detecting it in an enclosed arena and distinguishing its components. Dogs can be trained to hone in on scents that often seem odd, extraordinary, and even heroic. Just a few of those include dogs trained or inborn ability to pick up the smell of drugs, find missing persons, detect criminals, and detect explosives. Whoa, good job, my boy! Dogs are not only our best friend, but our heroes as well. So, always love them like they love us. Now go and amaze your friends with your knowledge until we meet next time with more interesting facts about your topics of interest. It's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. Oh, who's the good boy? Oh, Sue, come here. Who's the good boy? Ouch!
Sorry!
It's okay, little kitty. Thank goodness you're vaccinated, or this could have been dangerous.
Dangerous!
Yes, let me explain by answering a question we often overlook. What if a cat bites you? Zoom in! Imagine you're playing with a cute and cuddly cat and suddenly by mistake it bites you. Like most people, you might think it's no big deal and continue with your routine. But let me tell you that this can be a huge mistake. Why? You see, when a cat bites you, those sharp teeth can pierce your skin pretty deep. This gives the bacteria in their mouth a chance to sneak into your body and spread around. What happens next really depends on where the bite is, how big it is, and especially what type of bacteria gets in. Yes, the most common bacteria from cat bites is Pasteurella multocida. If these bacteria aren't treated quickly, it can cause serious redness, swelling, and a painful infection called cellulitis. But that's not all. The bacteria can also travel
through your blood to other parts of your body, leading to a condition known as septicemia, which is also called blood poisoning. If this happens, the person might start feeling feverish and have flu-like symptoms. In rare cases, if they don't get the right medical help, the infection can be deadly. This is particularly dangerous for kids, older adults, and people who are already sick or have weak immune systems, as they are more likely to develop serious infections if a cat bites them. Another risk of a cat bite is developing a condition called cat scratch disease or CSD, caused by a bacterium called Bartonella henselae. If you get infected, you might notice fever, headache, fatigue, and swollen lymph nodes near where you were bitten or scratched. Usually, this clears up on its own, but in severe cases, antibiotics might be necessary. But the most worrying risk from a cat bite is rabies, which can come from a stray or unvaccinated cat. Once this virus enters the body, the victim may start to experience symptoms like fever, headache, excessive salivation, muscle spasms, paralysis, and confusion. Sadly, if rabies isn't prevented early, it can be fatal in most cases. Therefore, it's vital to be extremely cautious around these furry felines to avoid getting bitten and scratched. To do that, we must handle cats gently and avoid rough play. Don't provoke or tease cats. And keep their claws trimmed. Ensure your cat is vaccinated and treated for fleas regularly. Also, stay away from cats showing signs of aggression like hissing, raised fur, or ears pointed backward. But despite all the love and care, if you get bitten by one, immediately wash the wound under running water for at least 5 minutes right away. Then, clean the wound with mild soap or salt solution. If the wound is bleeding, apply direct pressure with a clean bandage to stop it. However, no matter what, it's critical to see a doctor as soon as possible to avoid any bigger risks. By following these steps, you can reduce the risks associated with cat bites and enjoy your time with your feline friends safely. Trivia time! Did you know roughly 400,000 cat bites occur in the United States each year? Yes, and according to a 2018 research review, infections occurs in about 50% of cat bites in children. Hope you learned something critical today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. Here we go. Now I can sleep peacefully.
Watch out, little kitty. Oh, no. This could be dangerous.
Why?
Well, let me explain. Hey, friends. So in today's episode, let us learn a few survival tricks and tactics on how to survive a dog attack. Zoom in. Dogs. These lovely animals are our best friends and guardians of our houses. But at times, due to fear, anxiety, or conflict, they can get very aggressive and snarl or even bark at us. And due to our fight or flight response, if we start running, then the dog's wolf side can get triggered and they might think of us as their prey. Then there is a high chance they might chase us down
or even attack us. Of course, it's not a dog's fault as they are just acting according to their ancestral traits. But for our safety, let us learn what we can do to tackle such a challenging situation and survive a dog attack. Well, in that case, the first thing to keep in mind is not to panic. Yes, as we know, dogs can sense our fear. So if you come face to face with an aggressive dog ready to attack, try not to make any movement and remain as calm as possible. And if you're already running and the dog is threatened by the speed of your movement, then slow down to a walk and eventually stand still. Also, avoid making direct eye contact with the dog as it will take it as a challenge. So, just make sure you stand a little aside with your hands by your side like a tree while keeping the dog in your peripheral vision. In many cases, the dog will lose interest and walk away if you ignore him. But if the dog stays, try and distract the dog with another object. Yes, if you are carrying a water bottle, jacket or something, throw it in the other direction. This may distract the dog and give you enough time to escape slowly. And if nothing seems to work, then the best possible solution could be to act dominating, make eye contact, and command the dog to back off in a firm and very confident voice. By doing this, the dog may find you intimidating and run away. But the vital question is, what if things turn for the worse and the stubborn dog starts biting you? Well, in that case, the last resort is to fight back. I know it sounds unfortunate, but you've got to defend yourself as your life depends on it. So, if the dog grabs you by the teeth, use your feet or make a fist and try smacking a blow on the nose, throat, or back of the head and scream for help while doing so. And the most important thing to do while fighting is to protect your vital parts like your face, eyes, and throat, as that can be very dangerous. So to protect it, try using your weight to your advantage by pressing the back of the dog with your partial body weight and applying forward pressure to the back of the neck to immobilize the dog until help comes. And once you get help, quickly rush to the hospital to take care of the wounds. And if needed, take an anti-rabies shot. Trivia time! Did you know US alone reports around 4.5 million dog bites a year? Yes, so the best way to reduce dog attacks is by training them, having them in a protected yard, or keeping them on a leash if people are around. Hope you learned something vital today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. Oh, never mind.
What are you reading?
Oh, a book named If Cats Disappeared from the World.
Oh no! How? Are humans responsible?
Don't worry, little kitty. Of all the things, cats are the last thing humans would think of getting rid of.
Why?
Well, let me reveal that secret by answering a perfect question. What if all cats disappeared? Zoom in! Imagine waking up one morning to a world without domestic and wild cats. No more fluffy kittens, no majestic lions, no stealthy leopards, and no purring companions curled up at our feet. So, what would happen next? Would our world continue to function as usual? Or would the disappearance of cats lead to major impacts on society? Let's see what experts have to say about this thought-provoking scenario. You might think of cats as lazy toddlers who depend on us for food and survival. However, Alan Beck, a professor and director of the Center of Human-Animal Bond at Purdue University, says that cats are expert predators with adaptable hunting behaviors. They can live almost alone when food is scarce or thrive in high numbers when prey is abundant. Cats are like little superheroes in barns and grain storage areas, keeping mice and rats in check. This is vital for reducing grain loss caused by rodents. If cats suddenly vanished, rodent population would likely skyrocket, leading to infestations in our fields and causing food shortages. Still not convinced? A catless world would make a difference in the rodent population. Then have a look at a 1997 study in Great Britain that found the average house cat brought home over 11 dead animals in 6 months. This means, with around 9 million cats in Britain, that's close to 200 million wild animals eradicated annually. And we are not even counting the ones they didn't bring home. Also, back in 1979, a study in New Zealand showed that when cats were nearly eradicated from a small island, the rat population quadrupled. This caused an ecological imbalance as those rats preyed on seabird eggs, causing a massive decline in the seabird population. So, it wouldn't be wrong to say that if all 220 million domestic cats in the world disappeared, we'd likely see a global drop in seabird populations and an increase in other predators that hunt rats. At the same time, in the wild, the disappearance of lions, tigers and leopards, which are apex predators, could lead to an explosion of herbivore populations, causing overgrazing and vegetation depletion. And let's not forget that cats have been our companions for thousands of years, deeply embedded in human culture, as seen in the arts and mythology of ancient Egyptians. Even today, cats are often featured in media, from viral internet videos to blockbuster movies. Plus, the pet industry, which includes food, toys, and veterinary care, generates billions of dollars annually. So the loss of cats would affect these industries, leading to economic downturns in sectors reliant on our feline friends. Most importantly, cats are beloved pets in millions of households worldwide, providing companionship, reducing stress, and even offering therapeutic benefits. This means their disappearance would leave a significant emotional void for many people, which would be hard to deal with. So, feel lucky that this scenario is purely hypothetical. Phew! Trivia time! Did you know every year the 8th of August is celebrated as International Cat Day? Yes, it was created in 2002 by the International Fund for Animal Welfare. Hope you experienced something new today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. What are you writing, Kitty?
A book on what if Dr. Binocs disappeared.
Never mind. everything okay, little kitty?
Doggo chased Kitty. All Doggo should just disappear.
Oh, no, no, no. You don't want that. No one does.
Why not?
Well, let me show you exactly what would happen if all the dogs disappeared. Zoom in! Imagine a world without dogs is next to impossible. No wagging tails to greet you at the door. No excited barks. No comforting presence after a rough day. I know it's a heartbreaking thought, but the impact would go far beyond just missing our furry best friends. First off, stray dogs actually do a lot more than people realize. They help clean up our mess, literally, by scavenging discarded food and organic waste. They play a role in keeping cities and towns a little cleaner. Without them, rotting food and dead animals could pile up, spreading diseases faster than ever. And dogs aren't just scavengers. They are predators too. Without them, rodents and other small animals could multiply like crazy, throwing ecosystems out of balance. More mice and rats could mean more food for foxes and hawks, possibly leading to an explosion in those populations too. And let's not forget the bigger predators. Dogs often keep coyotes and wolves at bay, preventing them from creeping into human-populated areas. Without dogs around, those predators might move closer to towns and cities, creating a whole new set of problems for people. But the biggest shift would be in human society. Dogs aren't just pets. They work alongside us in ways no other animal does. They are our crime-fighting partners, our military heroes, and our life-saving rescuers. They sniff out drugs, detect explosives, and help find missing people. Without them, we'd have to rely on new technologies or other animals. But let's be honest. Nothing would ever fully replace a dog's loyalty and instincts. And the economic impact, that would be huge. The global pet industry is worth billions. And if dogs disappeared overnight, it would take businesses, jobs, and livelihoods down with it. Pet food companies, breeders, veterinarians, trainers, all gone or forced to reinvent themselves. And let's not forget farmers who depend on livestock guardian dogs to protect their animals from predators. Without them, keeping sheep and cattle safe would be a whole lot harder. But the hardest part would be the emotional toll. Dogs are more than just animals. They are family. For many, they are a lifeline, helping with anxiety, depression, and loneliness by offering unconditional love, companionship, and comfort in a way few creatures can. Without them, the world would feel a lot bluer and colder. And it's not just about what they do for us now. Dogs have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years. We bred them for different skills, from herding sheep to hunting, from guarding homes to offering emotional support. If they disappeared, we'd lose not just their companionship, but also a wealth of genetic diversity that could have helped us in future medical and scientific discoveries. So in short, a world without dogs would be lonelier, less safe, and just wrong. Their disappearance wouldn't just mean losing a pet. It would leave a hole no other creature could ever truly fill. Trivia time! Did you know studies have shown that dogs can learn over 100 words and gestures? Yes, this puts their intelligence and understanding of us on par with a 2-year-old. Hope you learned something new today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out.
Don't open it, no! Why are you chasing Kitty?
Penny! I just wanted to return it.
Never mind.
Oh, what happened, little kitty? Oh, that's the problem. Hey friends, I'm sure you must be wondering why Kitty is scared of a cucumber. So, let's figure it out. Zoom in. The internet is full of videos showcasing cats leaping into the air and bolting away in sheer terror at the sight of a cucumber. This bizarre reaction has captivated millions, sparking speculation about why cats fear cucumbers. But before we explore the answers, let's understand how a cat's fear response operates. You see, unlike animals that move in packs, cats are known for their independent nature. This means they constantly have to stay alert, as they have no one to share lookout duties with. Hence, even a small change in their environment triggers their fight or flight response, just like humans. So, when faced with a perceived threat, cats typically react in one of 3 ways: fight, flee, or freeze. However, each cat has its own way of dealing with things depending on the situation. For instance, if you ever catch a fearless cat facing off against a dog, pay close attention to her tactics. First, witness her fluffing up her fur, aiming to intimidate with her newfound big cat look. Then, with a dramatic hiss and some epic spitting, she lays down the law. But if that pesky pooch refuses to back down, it's time for Plan B. A swift dash to the nearest hiding spot until the coast is clear. A very similar reaction occurs in those cats versus cucumber videos. I know what you're thinking, but cucumbers aren't exactly canine competitors like dogs. So, why are cats so spooked by them? Now experts have scratched their heads over this one and are unable to find a perfect answer just yet. Instead, they've given us a few theories, with the most popular among them being that cucumbers trigger an ancient fear response in cats because they resemble snakes. Yes, when cats see a sleek green object lurking behind them, their primal instincts kick in and think, "Yikes, snake alert!" And off they dash, tails poofed up like they've seen a ghost. Another theory states that it's not just about what the cucumber looks like, it's also about how it magically appears out of nowhere. I mean, imagine you're chilling and suddenly there's something lurking behind you. You'd jump out of your fur too, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to our feline pals. Cats are masters of observation, always keeping an eye out for potential dangers. So when a cucumber sneaks up on them, it's like a surprise attack, sending them into full-on panic mode. So, there you have it, folks. Now you've got some insight into the mystery of why cats are scared of cucumbers. But before you go, sneaking cucumbers behind your kitty for a good laugh, remember that it's no fun for them, as it may cause
real stress and anxiety. Hence, keep those cucumbers in the salad bowl. And let's keep our kitties happy, healthy, and purring with joy.
Trivia time!
Did you know that an orange tabby cat named Stubbs was the mayor of Talkeetna, a small town in Alaska, for 20 years? Yes, although he didn't hold any legislative power, he was loved by everyone. Hope you had fun today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. Never mind.
Whoa, kitty! Stop right there. Don't eat that chocolate. It can be really dangerous for you.
Dangerous? How?
Well, let me break it down for you with a not-so-sweet question. Can chocolate actually be fatal for cats and dogs? Zoom in! If you have a dog or even a cat, you've probably heard that chocolate is a big no-no. But why is something so delicious for us so dangerous for our pets? Well, to keep it simple, chocolate is made from cacao beans, which are packed with naturally occurring compounds. Among these, the two most important and dangerous for pets are theobromine and caffeine. Both of these belong to a group of chemicals called alkaloids, which are known for their stimulating effects on the body. Yes, when humans consume chocolate, theobromine and caffeine, it stimulates our central nervous system, causing our hearts to beat faster and our blood vessels to dilate. This can make us feel a bit more energetic, happier, and even more alert to our surroundings. Because our human ancestors consumed a plant-based diet, our bodies have become highly efficient at metabolizing these compounds over time. As a result, the effects don't last long and any excess is flushed out safely. In pets, however, particularly cats and dogs, the situation is different. Due to their carnivorous evolutionary history, they didn't develop the same metabolic pathways to break down these chemicals. This means the process of metabolizing theobromine and caffeine is much slower, allowing these compounds to build up to toxic levels in their systems. This can lead to symptoms ranging from mild digestive upset like vomiting and diarrhea to restlessness and hyperactivity. In severe cases, chocolate poisoning can lead to heart failure or even demise. Dogs are especially at risk because they are naturally drawn to sweet and fatty foods. Cats, on the other hand, lack taste receptors for sweetness, so they are generally less interested in chocolate. However, if a curious cat does consume it, chocolate can be just as toxic for them. So, how much chocolate is too much? Well, the toxicity of chocolate depends on three things: the type of chocolate, the size of the pet, and the amount eaten. Dark chocolate and unsweetened baker's chocolate are the most dangerous because they contain the highest concentrations of theobromine. Milk chocolate and white chocolate have lower levels but can still be harmful if consumed in large amounts. For instance, for a medium-sized dog, just about 28 grams of dark chocolate could cause severe symptoms, and around 0.5 kilograms could be fatal. For a cat, even 28 grams of dark chocolate can be deadly due to their smaller size and higher sensitivity to theobromine. But remember, my friends, chocolate isn't the only food that's dangerous for pets. Grapes, raisins, onions,
Garlic, caffeine, and alcohol are also toxic. Even high salt or sugary foods can harm them over time. Therefore, when in doubt, it's best to stick to pet-safe treats. And if you suspect that your pet has eaten chocolate, it's important to call your veterinarian right away. So, can chocolate be deadly for cats and dogs? Absolutely! Therefore, when it comes to sharing chocolate with pets, keep it to yourself. A little caution goes a long way in keeping your pets safe, healthy, and happy. Trivia time! Did you know that in dogs, symptoms of chocolate poisoning can start to appear within 6 to 12 hours after they eat chocolate? Yes, and these symptoms can last up to 72 hours before they start to subside. Hope you learned the bitter truth about chocolate today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out.
If Kitty can't have it, nobody can.
Never mind.